Okay, I have made videos in the last couple of days and not uploaded them. Um, it is Thursday, February, I don't know, 27, and my mom's celebration of life is in 48 hours. Yesterday was difficult. I actually got through work and I was surprised I did. Tuesday night was difficult. My Tuesday night, I told my supervisor that I'm leaving my full-time job, and I've been looking at jobs since then. I've been looking at jobs before then. I told her my timeline, told her why. Me needing to be around for my dad more frequently. I haven't had anybody say, well, that's a stupid idea. Because it's not. So I am officially going to close my practice. I got an email back from a guy named Michael, and I applied for the job first, and then I looked at the reviews for the company. Okay, and I told myself, I tried to make a mental note that I didn't want to go to this company. So when I got this email of, hey, we like your resume, can we talk more? Send me back some times and dates. I looked up the company, and saw the reviews from the current reviews, like 4 in a row of like 1 stars. Like, no, this is not a good place. Like now reviews. And I initially deleted his email, and then I decided that I wasn't going to ignore his email. What if the company gets better and I want to go back and I want to actually work there? I replied and said, I appreciate your time for sending me an email and looking over my resume. I have reviewed your company, and you said that I didn't want to continue with the interviewing process. So their company has a lot of things they gotta fix before they start talking to anybody outside. Because you look up your company. Anyway, today what I wanted to do, I finished my mom's eulogy on Monday. I have it ready. I haven't dry runned it yet. So that's why I'm here. If you watch the tattoo video, at the end of that video, I do talk. You can't hear me because I had to turn off the sound due to copyright reasons. There was music playing at the tattoo place, and then when I turned on my car, for some reason my radio was on and it had a couple, I don't know, 10 seconds or something of a song on the radio. So YouTube didn't like it, but I wanted to post the video anyway. So I figured, well, you can watch the video and watch me talk to myself. Oh, look, you look beautiful. The tattoo is getting better. wish you were here. The white is fading, which is fine. I might go back and get it done a second time just to make the scarring more pronounced for the wish you were. And but it's healing awesome. And if I left it alone, I would still be satisfied, but I think I want to do it one more swipe. So what I'm going to do is, in pure form, I'm going to read my mom's eulogy for Saturday. It's going to be my dad, my big brother, then me, then my little brother, in that order. So I'm going to start. When I think about my mom and how to describe her to others, all I can think of is service. Because of her, I have a career and can help others. From her service, I can be of service. Because of her, she impacted children from a private school my parents started, and they have careers in teaching and also serve others in their own lives. Because of her, my children had an innocent childhood through homeschooling and being protected from predatory schools while living in California. She was my children's second mom and had a huge impact on their upbringing. I wanted to include some of their words to her on how they will always remember her acts of service to them. Elijah. Grammy had a virtuous perspective on life and always put kindness and grace first because she lived out a life to be a representative of Christ, especially to us grandkids. When I was about 8, I remember her talking about death, and back then the idea of death scared me, though it doesn't now. She would talk about heaven and how the goodness of God is. She said that she would be in the other room, not gone, but in the other room, and soon we will all be in that other room. Not because of her, but because she pointed the way to the cross, and it was my decision to make God the priority in my life. Jacob, what will I always remember from Grammy is to be nice to people, and it impacted my life by making friendships and not being a jerk. Emma, I learned from Grammy that being snappy and irritated all the time won't and will not ever fix anything. She was greatly impactful in my life by bringing Christ into my life and teaching me how to treat others and just basic school lessons. Allie, Grammy taught me that Jesus paid for my sins. She always made me feel better by getting sweet frogs. It made me feel loved when I was sad. Allie's my 8-year-old. Her service to others was always Her service to others was never in a self-promoting way, and most of the time she didn't want anyone to know what she was doing behind the scenes in her life to prevent her from receiving her crown in heaven. The pictures from the slideshow at the beginning of service really showcase who she was as a person. A wife, mom, sister, and a friend who adored her family and friends with her whole heart. She was difficult to get a picture of, like a Loch Ness monster of sorts, had to sneak it past her. Every day she wanted everyone she knew to know that she loved them in one form or another, and was constantly discussing Jesus and his saving grace with anyone who would stop and listen. Even in her death, I've seen Jesus through her. Her face was so peaceful when she passed. Jesus tucked her into bed, and she went to heaven. My dad was with her as she crossed over into heaven, and she was not in pain at all. That's the grace of Jesus through this experience. I've seen Jesus' grace in my own life through her death, with the comfort in my heart knowing that she is with him. I was begging Jesus to save her and bring her back when I was on the phone with my dad, but I had been told no, and it broke, and I was broke from the answer because I wanted to keep her. Jesus needed her for his purpose, and her service to her family was complete. Through her death, I can feel Jesus hold the family and continue to assure us that we have not been left by him, which also continues to confirm that we will again see her in heaven with a huge smile on her face. James 1 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Such a person is a double-minded and unstable in all they do." Believers in humble circumstances ought to take pride in their high position, but the rich should take pride in their humiliation, since they will pass away like a wildflower. For the sun rises with scorching heat and withers the plant. Its blooms fall, and its beauty is destroyed. In the same way, the rich will fade away even while they go about their business. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. I love you, Mom, and thank you for showing me Jesus in every aspect of your life. I'll see you later. I didn't cry as much that time, and that was the only time I actually read it, because the music's not playing, the pictures aren't up. I do continue to hear Ed Sheeran's song in my head, Supermarket Flowers. I hear it right now. It's a worm in my ear. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you were there, holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. When God takes you back, he'll say, hallelujah, you're home. Oh, my legs are falling asleep. Not ready for tomorrow. Not ready for Saturday. One after that is on the 15th. On the video for the funeral. Um, my video is just going to consist of my eulogy. I'll have a link up for the full celebration of life. But I won't record it because copyright reasons. I don't have the editing material to take out the songs and things like that, so it's okay. I know I'll be crying on Saturday. A lot. Tuesday was difficult. My supervisor asked me how I was doing. She's been really supportive. And just told her that I need my mom. I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. I have a lot of stress in my life. I have to look for new work now because of the situation. My son's graduating high school. We have a party to plan. And I just started crying and I looked at the floor and I probably looked like a little kid when she was on video with me, and I said, I just want my mom. Oh. She was my extension. Didn't see this year turning out this way. My first video was New Year's Day for this year. New Year's Day for 24. We watched on TV the Dallas fireworks and the drone show. It wasn't a drone show, but we did see the fireworks this year. Last year I looked at that and I kept saying, why are we here when it's only 3 minutes away? I want to go see it. Next year I'm going to go next year. And we did. stopped on a bridge and sat in the car and took video. Next day we had that barbecue. Barbecue showdown between Franklin and Cadillac. And my mom was there. And that was the last time I saw her. On the 1st. I had talked to her intermittently. And she died on the 8th. She died a week later. Just a really shit Wednesday. I really love my mom right now. Figuring out life without her after she died was like hitting bankruptcy and then trying to figure out how to live on the street. When you've never been on the street before. That really sucked. My dad is, slowly improving, but we all have our moments. I think he has more moments than I do at this point. But Wednesday, Tuesday this week was a moment for me. It was the first moment in about a week and a half, I think. Yesterday I wasn't sure if I could even work. I was so bothered. I was really bothered. Well, thanks for listening to my eulogy. Sorry I haven't updated. I did take videos, I haven't posted them. I don't think I will. But yeah. So this is the new one. Again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope in some aspect that this is helpful, and if it isn't, at least it helps me, which is also still helpful. Because this is how I'm processing everything. My dad told his boss that he knows I'm using psychology on him, is what he said. And that my dad thinks that this is for both of us. Me using psychology on him is for both of us. It is true. I don't really talk about it with anybody. I told a long-term person that I've been seeing at my full-time job for a long time, like, 5 years, that I was leaving, and told her why. And she understood, but she started to cry. And I didn't cry. I didn't show any emotion. I feel like I've turned psychopathic there. Because I will tell people and laugh. But I've already done a million tears. And at a certain point, not that you can't cry anymore, but it has to hit home, and I have to let it hit home in order for it to get me now. So today's my private practice day. I will be dropping the bomb on a person that I've been talking to for the last 6 years, and it's going to hit her hard. Because I was with her when she lost her mom. We walked through it all. I have to send a text to somebody that I'm not talking to right now, but she's come and gone in my private practice. I need to tell her that I'm closing out too. But I was with her when she lost her son at 22 weeks. Shit. No, it's her daughter. Sorry. And then she had a son. But yeah. I just need to condense my life because I keep thinking about when my mom died and how I'm too busy to spend any time with anybody. And like that was my big regret. Because I didn't see her. I never got to see her. I would see her drive up. I would see her drive away. She would wave at me from my French doors. And she deserved more than that. She deserved so much more than that. But she didn't complain. She never told me I should do something different. And I realized from her death that I was so busy because she allowed me to stay that busy. There wasn't anything that she wasn't gonna get in the way of that. She was gonna support it. Even if that meant that she wasn't gonna see me. God, I wish I had my mom. You're right. Again, therapeutic advice. Spend time together. Love each other. Hug. Don't fight over dumb shit. You'll make your therapist's life easier. And make time for each other. Because that's all we got. And it's not a lot. It's not a lot of time. But it matters. And I'm really happy that they came out on New Year's Day for that barbecue challenge. That video is so weird because I was trying to get her on camera and she really doesn't like cameras. She doesn't want her video taken, her pictures taken. It's because of her weight, but she was always beautiful. She had a beautiful heart. And I know at this point in time, she isn't even thinking about us. We've got to figure out a way to live without her. So, do what your therapist says. I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.